I washed it today. I gotta retwist it, so that's why it looks a little. I did the wash part, and then I was like, I don't feel like twisting it, so I'll twist it. I'll probably wet it again tonight and dye it and retwist it. I'm going through a hair thing, but that's that. I don't mind. So it is what it is. Free, free with it. But I got a message here because I was sitting here and I was thinking about. I just pretty much what the title is, loving your neighbor, and then I was like, what does that actually mean? Some of the things that we be seeing. Well, for those of you guys that read the Bible or have, it seems so unattainable, right? Some of the things that, like, this is okay. Something here about people after God's heart, right? There's a reason why the certain things that you guys will go through on your walk have to transpire in the order in which they have or they are. Okay. Let's see. Loving your neighbor, okay? So let's just say, that's impossible, right? To you, right? I said God doesn't put you in a space for no reason. I believe that God knows that, okay, you guys want to do and or be better before you realize it. Before we realize it. Just like people realize, certain things or see in you certain things about yourself that you may not see, right? It may take you some time to see some things that other people looking in can see, whatever that means, right? You're going through a certain walk in life, and I'm speaking from experience, so I know how to help you, right? Everything is not what it seems. I've seen a lot of messages. I don't even want to use the word, but I'm gonna try to go around using that word that we talked about yesterday, but it is what it is. They are who they are. I'm sorry, God. I'm so sorry. But I've been seeing like a lot of like titled like readings that be like, your neighbor is doing this. Your neighbor is like this heavy emphasis on neighbor. And when I saw that, I was like, loving your neighbor as yourself. But then some of the messages portrayed be like talking about how your neighbors are doing this. Half the time they ain't doing it. I'm just telling you. You can see who God is working through, is what I'm saying. Okay? In certain situations where it's hard for you to forgive, hard for you to trust, hard for you to open up, hard for you to love, this is where God is the most. I told y'all before, when I was coming into my spiritual calling and or purpose, right? I dealt with many, many witches, right? It was like a fucking, oh my God, it's crazy. They were everywhere. Everywhere I turned, there was another witch. There was another dark practitioner, like literally using dark energy. That's why I say dark, because it's not of the light. It's not of God, right? Everywhere I turned, even in one of the buildings that I lived in, there were two witches that lived in the building that were confirmation, actively working on me, okay? Actively, every day, working on me. And this is when I learned to trust my gifts. This is when I learned, okay, why are you feeling this? And I was able to tap in more to spirituality through what was being done to me. Not because I just woke up one day and said, okay, I'm spiritual. No, it wasn't a thing, okay? So every time I get on this live, my phone went to ring. It's confirmation, it's a calling. Now, when I look back, I was being tested because I was being attacked in where I lived, right? Through many other attacks where I lived at that place. That was like, I swear it was the haunted fucking house. I don't know. Whatever. But anyways, the house was just, ugh. But anyways, I was being attacked so many different areas of my life, and it all started at that place. And that's where I started my spiritual journey, where everything opened up to me, right? And I look back and I'm like, damn, that was a hard ass time because I knew what was going on. God was showing me every day. God was showing me people moving stuff around the crib, people touching my stuff outside, people watching me, through cameras in their car windows and shit, all types of weird shit. God was pointing things out to me and I was showing y'all. And now I think back and I'm like, wow. So the biggest test here was I didn't get involved. You get what I'm saying? Sometimes not going back and forth with people is the best way to go. God's working on your heart. See, maybe the old you would have went tit for tat. But God is saying to you guys right now, the new you is trying to love your neighbor as yourself. There's something here too where okay, may think that you're weak because you don't do what they do, but God said that's not who you are. That's who they are, and they're free to be that. There's something here too about this energy of, you know, the darkness wanting to prevail over something here. And God is like, I need to take you back to the basics. Remember where you started from, okay? Remember where you're going. Know where you are. Type energy. It's all about being present. For a lot of you guys too, with that energy of loving your neighbor as yourself, this will come about when you aspire to be greater. Because right now, if you're not at a place where you can even imagine loving or praying for your enemy, it's, F the ops, you're not there yet. Okay. With that being said, okay, what you guys need to take in and really understand the message that I'm getting from this here is, as you guys heal, as you guys transcend, ascend, whatever, okay, God is telling me to tell you that there are going to be some people, okay, that you are going to be seeing. One, in the essence and likeness of which they truly are, right? Two, you're going to be, some of you guys might be able to start like seeing what is within a person, if that makes sense. If your gifts have increased that much, you should know what to use these gifts for. I'm not here to talk about that. You want a reading on your gifts, we can do that. But some of you guys, God is showing you something, and this is only because you have mastered something. There's a mastery here, okay? And I feel like it's a mastery over one's own self, one's own vessel, right? One's emotions, one's mental. Some of you guys have actively been catching yourself in the midst of negative thoughts, right? And a lot of you are like, okay, that ain't me. That's God. God is telling me to tell you that you are acknowledging, that you are now understanding what it means to be projected upon energetically, mentally, emotionally, whatever. You are learning who you are. And why is God picking apart everything in your life and showing you every person? Because every person that you have given to has a piece of you, okay? And with that being said, God needs you to reclaim your pieces. God, we talked a while ago about that puzzle, right? Puzzle pieces and putting together the puzzle of your life, the story of your life. The whys that people cannot answer for you. People can't answer why you're being attacked by witchcraft. People can't answer why you're the one going through the storm. People can't understand why. That's not their thing to understand. That's you and God. You understand? A lot of you guys are coming out of a time and space of being ashamed or feeling shameful of who you are. You see, if you could be lessened, everybody else would feel greater. But you see, the thing that makes you guys greater is the God that's in you, and your purpose and your mission and your truth and your power and your divine authority. There's this energy too where, okay, another situation. People are going through karma. Shit, man. Oh, God. I didn't want to go there. God says people are going through karma. The people don't believe in karma, right? Okay. But people are going through karma, God says. And he says at this time, how you treat them reflects your character. Okay? There's something here about staying humble, remembering where you came from. A lot of people might look at you and be like, well, you must be karmic because God took this and that and this and that and this and that, and you don't got nothing, and you broke, and you this and you that. Okay, let them think what they want. Let them keep projecting upon you that God works the way people think God works. It doesn't work that way. There's something here about there's been a lot of projection on individuals around you because they didn't see what God was doing with you, what God is doing with you, how God was calling you to be a person of your own salvation, period. If you know, you know. If you don't, you're not meant to. I'm not going to keep explaining things to grown-ass adults. You guys have to understand you are different, okay? The reason I'm picking up on this energy is because you're different. You are your own individual sovereign being. And what that means is God is telling you that as you have been in the eye of these storms, okay, as you have been being protected from certain things that you don't even know you're being protected from, let me tell you right now, you don't know half. But the things that God is saying, He's separating you from something to allow you to embrace it again, whatever that means. And I'm getting this energy of, like I said, like, okay, for instance, say you got someone that's right talking trash on your platform. Let's talk about it in everyday terms, like everybody else understands, right? So you got someone talking trash on your platform, right? They be on fake profiles, they be watching you, they be stalking you, all this other weird shit, right? You know who they are, because God told you. You're the medium, right? This person thinks you don't know it because you don't call them out. You don't call them by name, whatever. We do what we do in spirit. So we'll keep that pushing. But anyways, these people be wanting a spiritual confirmation. I'm just going to leave that alone. Thank you, God. Just leave it alone. Okay. That's what I heard. Just leave it alone because they get it. They get where you're going. Okay, cool. Okay, so you'll see that, say you see, or it could be someone who, well, 9 times out of 10, if you got a platform, and these are people that have done you wrong, then they're watching you too. This is why I said what I said this morning. It's all accumulation. All of the channel messages are accumulation for an overall message that God has given. Okay? But I feel like with this energy, like, say this person, like, broke your heart, or, down talked your spirituality, called you crazy, blah, blah, blah. All the things they like to say to keep you from ascending, right? They know you're not crazy. They just don't want you to know you're not crazy. They want you to feel crazy for believing in God. Okay, whatever. For allowing Him to move in your life, whatever. For allowing Him to heal your burdens, whatever. Like, that's them, you see? But there's this energy here of there's a particular person, okay, that you, collective, are going to have to face, okay? And no, every time God brings someone back into your life, it's not for, oh, I love you, and oh my God, like, it's not to forget. God wants to see if you have forgiven. There's another level here. And with this next level comes more gifts, comes more abundance. Don't block your abundance. Stop worrying about people doing magic. If these people doing magic really understood how crazy and how dumb they look doing these things, then, you guys really wouldn't be worried about it. The magic is not important. The magic is not going to stop you. The magic is not going to halt you. The magic is not going to block you if you have that mentality. I told you before, you already know it's being done. So are you going to allow it to manifest? Or are you going to overpower that shit and say, all right, I see you, but I don't care type energy? Like, magic only works if you allow it to. If you know what's happening, why would you ever allow it to work? That should be your mentality. Your magic is weak. My God is powerful. Your chants and seances and tricks in the wood are a waste of time. You look crazy. But God got me type energy, because people really be doing the shit that I'm talking about. Okay? Some of you guys are about to come across a person that has done some of whatever you believe, some of the worst things that someone has done to you before, right? Whether this be emotionally, mentally, whatever. Someone put you on your path. God is going to reveal this person to you. You're going to be getting a lot of downloads about these or this. Some of you guys, it's one person. Some of you guys, it's many people. But have you ever realized once you ascend, you start to see people from your past? Have you ever realized how once you have separated yourself and you are in a completely different frequency and timeline, because that's a real thing, you're in another frequency and timeline when the things that bothered you a couple months ago have no effect over your mental, your heart, none of that. Like, you have moved beyond it. God is saying this is usually when He brings the people back around you. And He's not testing them, because He's already done that. He's testing your heart. He's testing you to see how much you have grown. And this is why I say God uses people to teach us. Life is our school. So certain people will never change. You got to remember that. But there are people that will. So who are usually the people that will change? The people of God. The righteous ones. The ones trying to become better. The ones trying to love. The ones trying to heal. You guys are changing every day. But the people that down talk your beliefs are the ones that normally stay the same. normally they stay the same. They might put on a front like they're a little bit more spiritual. They might put on a front, but if you're not seeing the work, and you will know the work, you will judge a tree by the fruit it bears, because you know what you went through. So can't nobody try to confuse you and make you believe that they've all of a sudden healed overnight and all of a sudden, they're spiritual and they on your level and they on your timeline. No, it don't work that way. There's work to be put in. But back to the message, God is bringing people around you, okay, that may have... I heard crushed your spirit. I don't know. I'm feeling pain. Like, I'm feeling like, damn, like, I can't believe you. Like, damn, like, I was there for you type energy. Like, I'm feeling like someone that you rarely cared for did you dirty, period. We've been there, right? So this energy of, like, this energy coming back around. And this is like in the physical. This isn't like on the phone. This isn't a text message. This is like God is going to maybe bring some of you, depending on the situation, face to face with this person. I be face to face with all the people that hate me every day. They watch me, So I do this every day. So when I get in person with people, the people that be, they don't say nothing in person, but God shows who they are. You see what I'm saying? Oh, that's the one that said this on this day about da-da-da-da-da. Oh, okay, I see you. All right. Okay. Anyways, type energy. That be me all day, every day. So for some of you guys, okay, this individual is coming back around. You might see them. There might be a situation where they have to be seen, or you have to see them, or God makes the universe work and conspire in his favor for something to transpire, for him to see your true self, your true heart, your true healing, okay? Because somebody here is about to, like, truly receive a blessing. Someone here God is about to use someone in a way that is unimaginable. And I don't know who you are. Y'all be thinking I'm talking about myself. No, I'm talking to my collective. You're going to see something firsthand. And when you can nothing a person, that's what God wants. People do some of the most things, like the craziest things to you. They want you to hate them. They want you to be bitter. They want you to go back and forth. They want whatever. God is like, when you nothing a person, that is so powerful. I don't hate you. I don't miss you. You're really not a thought on my mind until I see you. I nothing you. This is healing. So many people want to get back because a person don't like them. Because a person has free will to not want to deal with someone. They want to get back at a person. Like, what is that? You guys are nothing people. You are nothing people. Like, there's nothing. There's nothing there. When the connection went away, there was nothing there. When the communication stopped, there was no hard feelings. Like, people really do be people that don't care either way. And those people are usually the people that are, like, moving on with their lives. So a lot of you guys, you're continuing to move down your path. So this situation is going to happen. And you will see in a moment, in that divinely designed moment, what God was doing all this time. Why God was bringing you so many people to oppose you. Why God was bringing you so much competition. Why he was molding you into being the best person. Fuck the highest version of yourself. God was molding you to be the best person. If you're meant to be a leader, you think being a leader comes without opposition? What, are you going to go off and cuss everybody out that opposes your opinion as a leader? If you're a trendsetter, right? A trailblazer, don't you think if you're doing something that no one has done before, you're going to be met with judgment? You're going to be met with persecution, doubt, illusions that people have about what you're doing? How you handle that situation? A lot of you guys are meant to have certain titles. A lot of you guys are not meant to be working for people. A lot of you guys aren't meant to be on this platform. You're meant to be out there putting foot to pavement and making changes, but we ain't talking about that yet. I heard a message the other day about how we've been building and creating and building and creating and building and can we start actually seeing some things out here? We've been talking about the rebuild for 5 years. We've been rebuilding internally. We have been building our best version. I got this download the other day about like how downloads work, and it's crazy. Like you get like a download, and if you think about where the download comes, it has to be downloaded into you, so it has to be coming from something higher. And once a download comes into your crown, it doesn't just sit there. It goes through your whole vessel. It's like a computer, okay? And so as you guys receive these downloads and the spirit gives you messages, they go through your whole system, right? But at that same time, you're actually deleting old files, old thoughts, old feelings, old memories. So you guys are in this space of downloading, deleting, uploading, download, deleting, whatever. I don't know. I know how it sounds. Some people are probably doing that. But whatever. I know we doing a whole lot of uploading videos, that all that stuff. But I'm not talking about that. But it resonates, and I hear it resonating. So that hit right where it was supposed to. But this is a constant thing that's going on with a lot of you. You guys that are truly, favored, anointed to be doing this, you got people be like, are the messages ever going to stop? No, they're not. Because don't you wake up every day and find something to pray to God about? Don't you wake up every day and find something to be grateful to God for? Don't you see a blessing every day? It doesn't have to be some big miraculous thing, but don't you get blessed every day? Isn't waking up a blessing? Okay. So every day that you wake up, there will be a message from God. So if you're feeling like, nah, I'm doing too much. No, you're not. No, you're not. God didn't pour into you the spirit of prophecy. We're going to stop calling ourselves psychics. We way more than that. We way more than that. Well, not everybody. Some people are psychics, but we way more than that. I had an experience. Someone that caused me so much pain. And I used to see this person on different occasions, and then I would feel it inside of me. I would feel the anger. Like, oh, I don't even want to see his face. Like, I would feel the anger. I would feel like I'm getting goosebumps right now because God knows I'm telling the truth. I would feel the anger. I would be taken back to a time where this energy within my body was unsettled around this person. And I could feel the energy exchange of how their energy was intermingling with mine. This is now in the present. Now I'm conscious about my body and the signals that it gives me. This is all God's doing, though. You see, because when we let go of the old programming that, we have to stay stuck in this cycle of anger and depression and, I'm going to get back at you. Like, when we let that shit go, we come into a place of being centered and grounded, and we're able to feel out our body, our emotions, and what our mind is telling us in an instant. And we're able to do away with, delete, block all of those negative experiences that we may have felt that will continue to be triggered within us if we don't heal them. So I got somewhere today, and I was looking at this person, and like I said, normally it's like, oh, I don't even want to. Oh my God, why do I got to deal with this? Like, like when you may have seen this in your own life. God is saying, an experience with it. It started out with the person that, like, whatever happened in your situation. I'm just breaking it down for you so you can understand this. Whatever happened first, you were angry. Oh, I can't believe that. Then it was like, okay, the anger subsided, and then it was a little bit like, damn, like, you really did that type shit. Then that subsided because you stopped thinking about it, and now you're at a place where you see this person, you're like, damn, I feel bad. You're a good person. You got a big, generous, loving heart. You went through all these emotions to come back to what? Loving your enemy. Loving your neighbor as yourself. God tested you and you passed. Because you could have got crazy. You could have got irate. You could have went off. You could have started cussing people out. You could have gave... They don't want me to say this. You could have given attitude, right? You could have just been cutting your eyes. All the things they were doing to you, pretty much, right? Okay. You could have done that, but you didn't. You sat there. You grounded yourself. And you said, all right, God, I know that this is not where I want to be. I know I don't want to see this person, but allow me the strength. Give me the words. Give me the guidance, and let me get through it. There you go. You asked and you received. God is saying, I trust you. I trust you. Because regardless of a past and previous experience, you are able to see in the present, even still what a person needs to just be able to feel like a person. You understand? You don't know how much oppression another person deals with on an everyday basis. So why do you want to add yourself to someone else's equation in that type of way? This is how you know you have a heart of gold. Because it be the same people, and people think you're weak. People think you're vulnerable. People think you're, what's the word? What's naive? That's what I heard from me. Yeah, people think I'm naive. I may have been in the past, and that's why they can't stand me now, because I'm hip to their games. I just got a loving heart. I just give of myself the way I wish someone had given to me. Why do I love my children so ferociously? Because they're mine, and I should. Why is that all I talk about? Because what else am I supposed to talk about? Why do I say who I do it for? So y'all can know who I do it for. They come first. And that's been apparent. So with that being said, some of you guys out here, this experience may have just happened or it's about to happen. And you might still, if you're still in the space of seeing someone as an enemy, I'm going to tell you, you have a little bit to go. But it's not saying that you won't get there. You won't get there. It's not saying that. What God is saying is give yourself grace in this transition period. Because everything we just talked about was a transition. Loving your neighbor as yourself. Well, that means you got to go through some pretty messed up situations to be able to love your enemy. Why do you love your enemy? Why do you pray for your enemy now? Why do you pray for your enemies, God says? He want to know. What have you been taught? What is the reason that you will pray for your enemies before you don't pray for your enemies? Before you fight with them? Before you send them energy work? Before you do all those weird ass things that they do? Why do you not do that? Because you're a good person. Because you're pure. Because no matter what life has thrown at you, you have always remained in a state of peace. Because you come from it. You come from peace. If you're chosen, you are ultimate peace. You are light. You are love. You are healing. You are growth. You are change. You are transformation. You are all of those things that people say they're going through. You are the thing. You understand, is what God is saying. You are those. You are that. In this season, a lot of people, okay, are going to be coming around. And God is telling you, like I said in the beginning, it's not about you forgetting everything that they did to you. It's not about da-da-da-da-da. It's about you being centered in your knowing and your reality. No one needs another hater on their back. No one needs extra pressure. No one needs to endure any of the things that you felt you didn't need to endure. And that's going to change your reality. There's some people out here that still have the mentality, well, it was done to me, so I'm going to do it to them. They ain't healed. They're never going to change. But you have a mentality of going through so much adversity, so much opposition, that you have been able to see through the eyes of your opponent. God did that. And a lot of you guys, God is showing you more about these supposed opponents. Because in this season that we're in right now, as you guys continue to elevate and ascend, okay, certain individuals are coming back for the energy of receiving forgiveness from you. And forgiveness don't have to be spoken out loud. Forgiveness don't have to be worded. It don't have to be none of that. You can sit in your mind in the presence of a person and be like, damn, I've done it. I know. You can sit there and be like, damn, man. Just like, I just be looking at people. That's the thing with me. Like, I just be looking, right? Because, you know, eyes are the window to the soul. I don't want nobody staring at my face. But I don't stare in people's faces either. I just look at them. So I just be sitting there and I'd be like, and I kind of go into this place where I start thinking. And when I start thinking, I start channeling, right? And I just be like, damn, like, shit's crazy. And then God will be like, yeah, well, you know, this is going on and that's going on. And what they really need right now is for you to just let it go. what they really need. Like God be giving me a message of how to forgive a person and allow them to know that they have been forgiven. But that forgiveness doesn't come from me alone. So there's a grace here. There's a mercy here. There's you guys are very, very powerful. Because remember I told you, a lot of people aren't going to come back and apologize to you. Those messages are lies. People are not going to come to your door or come and ring your phone and say, sorry, I did that death spell. Sorry, I tried to block your money. Sorry, I made false reports on you. Sorry, I lied and told everybody you was this and you're not. They're not going to do that. They're not going to do that. They can't even go to God and say sorry for it. So you think they're going to come to you? Please. But when God is placing certain people in your life, he's telling you it's a reason. It's a reason, and it's for the purpose of forgiveness. It's so that you can heal. There's a difference between being a healer and being an enabler. And this is what God is wanting to say as well. You guys have such big hearts. And some people just need a little piece of that to be able to be fulfilled, to continue their journey in life. You don't know what's going on in the mind and the heart space of another person. For a person to be so angry and so upset, you must understand that they are going through something. They are battling something. And it doesn't make any sense to add to another person's problem, because then you become a part of that. So when you see these certain situations where you know there gotta be something going on, like something just ain't right now with the person, all you need to do is give them grace. God is saying, give it grace. God is saying, pray over them. God is saying, I know your heart. You see, these may be some of the same exact people that have PREY, we said this before, prayed over you, not prayed for you. You understand? But God says that is a thing of the past. I have seen all things. I have cleaned all things. I have cleared all things. That is done. Okay? That's the message that I have. This is a season right now of you guys understanding why certain things are happening. And right now, at the basis of all of this is karma, okay? Is coming in for certain individuals that have gone against what God has told them. Period. These people know what God has told them. You think they're playing with magic and they ain't spiritual and they don't get downloads and they don't know, they don't hear the ancestors warning, God warning. Don't let that shit fool you. I didn't hear no warning. You're watching tarot every day. You didn't hear the warning, knowing that you're doing the spell work, to stop doing the spell work. Well, then you're a liar, because you're hearing it every day. So no one can really say that are doing the things that I'm feeling is going on in your situation. No one can really say they didn't hear the warning. There's a reason why God makes us the messengers to give certain warnings, to speak out against certain things. You take heed, you take heed. You got ears to hear, you hear. But God is in the midst of all things right now. And what I want my collective to know right now is, if you do get into this situation, feel out your body. Listen to yourself. Listen to yourself. And if you feel love, that's because you're a good person. You're a good person. People expect you to hate people that have done wrong to you, and you're weak if you don't. Whose mentality is that? Because I feel I feel love is the absence of hate. And love is not always romantic. We got to stop over romanticizing that word. Love is just common decency. Unconditional love can go any type of way. You're a person, I'm a person. I gone through my dark shit. You know, I went through my dark time. I went through my dark period. Maybe you're just going through yours. I ain't no better than you. I'll see you when you get there. You know? I'll see you when you get there. I'll see you when you ascend. You know, whatever type energy. Like, there ain't no hate here. We all go through different stages and periods of growth, and change is not the most beautiful thing in the world. Look at my fucking hair. Come on now. I mean, my hair's beautiful. It's getting long spot. So, anyways, but I'm just saying, change is not always beautiful, and sometimes change is hard. Sometimes change is the hardest thing we'll go through. But on the other side of that, there's beauty. So you guys, your hearts are being, I'm just hearing I heard reshaped, but your hearts, I'm getting a spiritual surgery. Some of you guys are going through a spiritual surgery. Whatever that means. I'm seeing like the caged bird set free. I don't know what the fuck that is. But I'm seeing something about like your hearts were in this place of being confined by the situations that you went through in your life. And now it's like this energy of like that cage, that the freedom of your heart. Like, you're free to feel what you feel. Okay? But God says, remember, you own your expression. You own your feelings. You own your emotions. You own your thoughts. You can unconditionally love a person and still keep distance. You can unconditionally love a person and still protect your boundaries. You don't gotta lay down for nobody, is what I'm saying. But you must be in this season in a space of being humble, in a space of understanding what you've come from. Because I feel like for whoever I'm talking to, that was your season of testing. And yes, like I said, God works through people. So he had to allow certain people to come around you to allow him to be able to have something to test you against. Do you understand? Okay. Okay. So whatever situation you went through, detox your friendships. Yeah, declutter. Some of you guys, you let go of a lot of people that were close to you. And now you might be in a situation where you might have to see some of these people again. Hey, heal. Don't be the same version of yourself when you come up. That's the thing with growth. You should never want to be the same version of yourself the next time you see someone. Does that make sense? When you are consciously healing, when you are consciously tapping in, you are never going to be the same. Like, no person is ever going to get the same experience out of you because you are constantly changing. I know there are people from 5-6 years ago that are looking at me today like, damn, like, wow, like, good or bad way. But I am not that. Like, I am not that. I was young, was impressionable. I'm not that. Here and now today, it's still the same thing. The things that I went through on my spiritual journey about 6 months ago, if I was in a dark place, I'm not there today. Like, the only constant is change. You understand? Don't ever allow someone to make you feel any type of way about progressing, because that's what life is about. I don't feel like it's about going further. I feel like it's about going higher. Being the highest version of yourself. Now I can say that. It's how you know you're truly growing in life. Okay? So I don't know what this is, but yeah, that's the energy. Allow those that are evil to continue to be evil, and allow those that are holy to continue to be holy. I mean, shit. It's the Bible we talking about. Shit's biblical. I ain't saying nothing other than what's already been written. All right. Ooh. Wow. Okay, God. What's the message for my collective before I go? Whoa. Okay. Employment change. Some of you guys, something is changing with your passion. Yeah. There's something, okay. Some of you guys are getting a new job. If you've been applying for jobs, know that you will get it. But some of you guys, your employment is changing. Like, your passions are changing. Damn it, if I'm not sitting in front of this camera, then it gets dark. Like, can I hold the cards up? Say, okay, I'm back. Fuck it. So, quiet retreat and employment change. I guess some of you guys are getting some downloads about different ways you can use your skills, your abilities, your talents, your work ethic, your skill. I said skills, but there's some. I heard a portfolio. Some of you guys might have a portfolio. I'm getting like an artist. You might draw. You might paint. I'm really seeing pictures. So you might just be a photographer. I'm getting an event. Okay, someone here is going to be offered a job for an event. They're a photographer. I don't know. Congratulations. This may have been something that you were waiting on, or not feeling like your artwork was good enough to be a part of, but you are going to be called. Okay, so congratulations. But aside from that message, there's an employment change for a lot of people here, and it's going to come after a quiet retreat. This is usually what God is pulling you in to be like, okay, so you can keep this job if you want to, right? But it's not going to expand you. It's not going to make you feel the way you want to feel. Somebody out here wants a job that isn't work. Like, you want to work smarter, not harder. Like, you don't want to work your whole life away for scraps. Like, you want to be happy doing whatever this is. And God is about to give you some downloads, okay, about an employment change and how the steps that you can take to make this come to fruition. Exercise to increase your energy and manifestation abilities. Get outside, okay? So, quiet retreat here, okay? It's time to disconnect from the outer world so that you can discern and process your true thoughts and feelings from your inner world. Create this quiet time for yourself, and you'll have more clarity about what to do next. Okay? An employment change. Your career path is leading you in a higher direction with positive changes to support your dreams, priorities, passions, and life purpose. Okay? Trust that these changes will help you release the old and welcome in the new. You are being supported each step of the way. Okay? All right, God. What else do these people need to know with this message? Well, loving your neighbor as yourself. Well, you've loved yourself so much that I guess you love everybody. But the neighbor is not literal for your neighbor. That's another thing. The neighbor is anyone that comes across your path, anyone that stands next to you. That's your neighbor. Your fellow man, your fellow woman, whatever. That's the neighbor. It's not your literal neighbor. So if you guys are getting caught up in the words, you're not there. All right. Yeah. Some of you guys, this is your reward for you, is what I'm hearing. Okay. And visualize abundance in all forms. Okay. So a lot of you guys, you're dealing with 5 of Swords, 7 of Swords, Magician in reverse, 3 of Pentacles in reverse energy. And I'm getting this off of this just one card, releasing jealousy. So when I see the releasing jealousy, I feel like this is you letting go of people and their projections on you. You're releasing the energy of jealousy. And a lot of people throw that out there and they're like, see, I told you she was jealous. No, not at all. Not in the least, not in the slightest. Ugh. But, sorry, I'm so sorry. But a lot of you guys with this releasing jealousy, it's literally releasing or cutting that cord where people were able to energetically project onto you this energy of envy, greed, and jealousy. Okay? The competition 5 of Wands energy. That's what you guys are releasing. And as you release those thoughts, right? And now, how can this present in your life? Jealousy, right? So some of you guys might be shying away, or some of you guys have been wanting to quiet yourself because, you feel so strongly that other people don't like what you do, right? You feel that you feel that someone's jealous of you. And you're so humble that you're the type of person where you'll be like, well, damn, then I just won't put myself in their face every day. But why should you have to dumb yourself down or hide because someone's jealous of you? They want you to feel something that is not yours to feel. God said, if I told you to be a messenger, and I told you to get in front of the screen, and I told you to say these words, and I told you to give these messages, I told you to heal people, I told you to flip them tarot cards and give the message, whoever I'm talking to, do not let the projections of other people deter you from what God said your purpose was. Okay? People are going to be jealous no matter what. People are jealous of shit that ain't even real. People are trying to live according to fakeness. And they're jealous. Why? Because you're authentic. Okay, so should you stop being authentic because they're jealous of your authenticity? Or should you just focus on the people that admire your generosity, your optimism, and your authenticity? It's all about a change, okay? Release jealousy. Release the thoughts that you have to be any less or dim yourself because someone doesn't like who you are. Release that. Let it go. Kick that shit out the door. See you later. Okay. Visualize, and God says as you do that, you will begin to visualize abundance in all forms. Because this is what was keeping you stuck in a space of lack. You didn't ever want lack for yourself. You wasn't jealous of yourself. Does it all make sense now? Is it coming full circle now, God is saying? Okay. That world cycle? Yeah, okay. Visualize abundance in all forms. God gave you such great spiritual power that everything you visualize eventually becomes reality. Hold a steady vision of that which is beautiful, healthful, positive, and filled with blessings, and that is what you'll experience. Okay? It's crazy. At the visit, my daughter, I don't know, y'all saw her. She was wearing like the strawberry outfit. She's like, oh, it's strawberry shortcake. I'm like, okay, great. But I knew we got a strawberry full moon tomorrow. So it's just crazy. It's just fucking crazy. God be giving me signs all the time about, different things. Because I was like, it's a full moon. I know it's a full moon because there's a new moon, full moon every 2 weeks. It doesn't take a genius, Every 2 weeks you get a full moon. Next 2 weeks you get a new. I mean, you know, new moon. It's just what it is. It's how the world works. But I looked it up when I realized that tomorrow was a full moon, and it was like something about the strawberry moon. And I was like, all right, God, I see you. I see you. Shining through my babies. Do the work. Okay. God is saying, do the work. And God is also saying, no more complaining. Okay? Oh, they don't da-da-da-da. They don't want me to da-da-da-da. And I don't know if I can do. God is saying, no more complaining. It's time to do the work. Okay? It's not enough to dream or pray. You've also got to take the positive action steps that you're being divinely guided to take. Consistently working on your priorities will make them flourish like a lush flower garden. Okay? And this is the last one for the complainers. I don't feel like it's my chosen ones, but for the complainers, here's the last one. God says no more complaining. No more complaining, no more jealousy. Wow. No more. So complaints are affirmations of victimhood, which is never true spiritually. Take back your God. It's making my head itch. Take back your God-given power. I said this by affirming that you have an abundance of choices and freedom. With your increased confidence and assertiveness, watch these positive affirmations blossom into your reality. Okay? And that's it. That's the message. Have courage to ask for and accept help. Yeah. Let me just read this last one. Asking for help is a sign of strength, as is accepting it as it is offered to you. I'm picking up on a Leo. And I'm not talking about myself, because I don't have no problem speaking up for myself. But I'm talking to a Leo. Leos are so... Leo season is coming, I know. Cancer season and stuff. Anyways, okay. Oh, see, there's a lot of things coming on right now. That's why my head's itching. Lionsgate, the 8-8 portal. That's going to be very, very powerful for you, Leos. I don't know where this is going, but here we are. I'm just the messenger. I just channel the messages and I just give them. But July through August for you, Leos. You guys have been hearing a lot the summertime. Leo's Gate, Lion's Gate, however you want to look at it, 8-8, whatever, is going to be very, very important for you, for your timeline, okay? If you are Leo, I'm talking to you now, all right? And there's something here about getting out of that energy of feeling like you can't ask for help. Leos don't like to look like they don't have it under control. Leos don't like to look like they are suffering. Leos don't like to look like they need anyone. Leos are very, very... Leo, to me, is, I don't know. I'm not just saying that because I'm a Leo, but the sign of Leo is the lion and the sun. I mean, how much more powerful than that does it get? You know, say what you want. I don't care. But you guys are so... You're so inwardly powerful, right? You don't want to ask for certain things. You'd rather go and get it yourself. You'd rather hustle. You'd rather, you know, I'm talking all high vibrational. You'd rather work for it. You don't like asking. Someone here, you need to open up. You need to release that, because I'm getting that that's the pride and ego side of the lion, right? And let me, again, pride and ego is not wrong. Anyone who tells you not to have pride or ego at all is not living in reality. I'm just saying. We all got to have a little bit of pride. We should be prideful of who we are. Okay. So with that being said, whatever Leo I'm picking up on, okay, stop being afraid to be vulnerable. You have the biggest heart. And I'm picking up on someone who is very, very much so, like, on any given day, just loving. Like, your heart is so powerful. I mean, brave heart, right? You're ruled by your heart. Whoever I'm picking up on, you're going through something right now. You, like, want to ask somebody for something, but you don't want to look a certain way. Just go ask. Shit. Go ask them. Him isn't him. I said ask M-E-M. Okay? Everyone likes to be so technical. Go ask them. Whatever you need to ask whoever this person is, ask them. You don't know if they can assist you unless you ask. Leos are also those people that will keep things so suppressed within them, right? because they always want to keep the peace. That's the thing, Leos, y'all are so misconstrued. People think you're angry and you're violent and you're this. That's like the complete opposite narrative. Yeah, when people cross you, there are certain people, okay? I'm talking about Leos right now because I feel like the Leo just came in. Hello to my fellow Leo. You have to understand the mentality of the lion to understand the mentality of a Leo, okay? Period. All right? And with that being said, you are tribe built. There's many Leos that have platforms on this platform, that have channels on this platform. You are the sun. You are the light. You don't have to try to find it. You don't have to try to be it. You are it. You are the sun. Okay? Look into your sign. You don't have to be anyone other than who you are. You are who you are. If everyone studied who they were independently, everybody would be authentic and organic. But everybody want to be the sun when they're actually the moon, and everybody want to be the moon when they're really the star. You get where I'm going with this? Shit's getting crossed. Divine entanglements. That's what I just said. Be who you are, all right? But for whatever Leo I'm picking up on, you'll be all right. You're just learning how to deal with your energy now that you have evolved, okay? It's different. Because for a lot of Leos, they live in their... I heard hyper Leo era. Meaning you were probably a lower vibrational Leo. I didn't say you were karmic. I didn't say you were toxic. I just think you didn't know how to utilize and handle your power. Okay. Fixed signs in general. Okay. If you're a fixed sign, you have a little bit more work to put in. It just is what it is. You're fixed. You're not mutable. You're not watery. Like, you're fixed. Literally, fixed signs are, it is what it is. That's who they are. They're fixed. Okay. That means it takes a lot to change them. So if you're a fixed sign and you've been going through many changes and you've been feeling like God has not been being fair, remember who you are and move accordingly. God says, yeah, you're fixed, but you still must remain flexible. So flexibility is here. Being able to adapt to different situations. Being able to blend in. Y'all are learning lessons, okay? Take a divinely guided chance. I said I was done, but we're still talking, so. All positive changes and successful ventures involve a degree of risk, and you are ready to follow your divine guidance to new... to new territories. As you leave behind that which is comfortable and familiar but no longer appropriate for you, you make room for new and more meaningful opportunities. So you guys are, like I said, take a divinely guided chance. Bountiful nature. Spending time in nature helps shift you to a higher vibration and remind you of God's infinite abundance. Go outside and enjoy a walk or hike with your pet. Meditate beneath a tree, garden, sit under the stars, or do some other activity to connect with the limitless vastness. Okay? That's what I got. And continue to speak words of abundance. Okay? You have the ability to instantly manifest abundance by choosing powerfully positive words. Always describe your own and the world's economic situation in loving and optimistic terms. And that is what you attract for yourself and others. Stop attracting negativity. Pretty much. Okay? We're done attracting negativity. And when you guys are manifesting abundance, remember to manifest abundance. Positive abundance. We got to be very mindful of what it is we are creating, right? All money ain't good money. All abundance ain't good abundance. See what I'm saying? Everyone that smiles at you ain't your friend. Everyone that talks to you ain't trying to get to know you. They're trying to study you. See what I'm saying? Y'all are spiritual beings, and y'all are constantly being placed in situations to use your discernment. Okay? Use your discernment. When these certain individuals come around you, know what their purpose is. And you can only know that by taking that quiet retreat. God's never going to allow something to come toward you without him giving you the message first. Okay? So, with that being said, you cannot be upset that you didn't see or you didn't know, or God, you didn't tell me. No, you didn't listen. Meaning, if I'm telling you to tap in, that means go into hermit mode. That means isolate, not literally, but that means go within, get the message. So when whoever this is that's going to come into your reality, because some of you guys, you haven't seen this person. So when I say come into your reality, it's like a glitch in the matrix. Like, oh shit, why are you here right now? God's going to give you what you need. The spiritual food. Okay? And I feel like this is going to be a healing experience, not only for you, the healer, but just to show you how far you've come. But God is actually placing this person in your life to receive healing from you through the grace of Him. If I say to you that God will do some crazy supernatural type, if I tell you that God will do some crazy supernatural type ish to stop people from coming towards you, He'll do the same to bring them towards you. And if I tell you that you're protected, then you're protected from all the forces that are around you. Okay? So this isn't something where you're like, oh, this is set up. No, this is God who only does things to help you. The way you handle the situation is your free will choice. How open you are to the guidance from God before you come across certain people, that's up to you. If you start your day out every day asking God, God, tell me what I need to know. Guide my steps today. Then every step you take, every place you go, you will be guided. But you have to be open. You have to be open to these messages coming to you. A lot of you guys, I gave the whole explanation of the downloads and the deleting and the uploading and the body and the chakras and all that for a reason. So you can understand how this divine source resonates and why it's so important and crucial in this time to stay grounded. A lot of you guys are getting higher level knowledge. And what this may make you feel like is like, you know, very light, kind of like angelic. Some of you guys be feeling like you just be floating through shit. Like, you ever had that experience where you were somewhere and then you went somewhere else and you're like, damn, like did I fly here type energy? Like, damn, I don't know, it's weird. But this is what you guys are going through. And when you go through these experiences, that is because you're traveling. Okay, you're moving around. Okay. So with that being said, God says in these moments, my ear, okay, ground yourself. So if I told you it starts at the top, then you got to make sure that you ground yourself down to your feet. You got to make sure that you, all of this energy that's being downloaded within your system, okay, which is your spirit, you have to make sure that it goes to the proper file within you. You have to make sure the information that you're receiving is being distributed to each and every chakra that it needs to go to, for each and every chakra to be balanced with the knowledge that started from your crown. So if a lot of you guys are feeling like getting outside, get outside. The best way to do this, as I said before, is get grounded in nature. Take your shoes off, stand in the grass, right? Stand in the best time to ground is after you know that you have gotten downloads. You know that you have just had a spiritual conversation with God, your ancestors, your team. No matter how long it is, you set aside time to meditate, to go within, to get messages. The best time to ground is right after that. So you can incorporate it, because it's all just spiritual until you ground it in the physical. Go outside, take your shoes off, stand in the grass. Okay, that's it. Transmute the energy, let it move through your body, let it go into the earth beneath you, let it come back up through you, let it be balanced, all that other shit, because you need to not only have it in your being, but in the world around you. This is how you ground and stabilize energy. You're not just grounding your own. You're not just walking around in this world high vibrational and, thinking everybody else is going to be that too. If you want to elevate the vibration and frequency of the world that you live in the space around you, you got to put in the work. You have to do the work. You have to be the change you want to see. Is this making sense? Well, damn, if I want my outer to reflect my inner, I'm doing all this work on the inside and the outside still looking, ugh. What are you doing on the outside? Are you stabilizing on the outside what you have built on the end? Or are you just keeping it in? Are you just holding it all into yourself? This is why a lot of you guys may be having a lot of like blocked chakra energy. Some of you guys might be feeling some back pain. You guys are not moving this energy through your chakras, what God is saying. You're not allowing it to integrate into your whole being. You're keeping these messages in your crown, if that makes sense. If that makes sense, it makes sense. I'm a Reiki healer, so I talk in terms of energy. And if you get it, you get it. You need to move this energy through your body. And as a lot of you guys are purging, there was a lot of stuck energy. And that's why you guys have been purging so much. A lot of you guys, you're purging, okay? At this point, God is telling me to tell you. It's hot outside, but God is using that as well, that like sweat. So a lot of you guys have been sweating out toxins. A lot of you guys have been sweating out negative energy. Fire is spiritual, right? So God is using that sun to heat you up, to remove them toxins. Purge. They don't want me to say this, but it's okay. So, I mean, that's just what that is. It's simple enough to understand. So this is the message that I got. We got the spiritual part of it. We got the God part of it. Then we got the healing Reiki part of it as well. You guys, there's many different areas. And those of you guys that are just now be learning about chakras and why they're important, you know, they're very important. They're very important. And certain chakras are opening up to certain people for certain reasons. There's different rays, you know, there's the red ray, the blue ray, the yellow. There's so many different things going on. The rainbow is very important. The rainbow is very important here for whoever I'm picking up on. Okay, research the rainbow. Research color spectrums. Research frequencies of colors. Okay? There's a reason you're seeing these things. That's just it. It's going to tell you more about your prophecy as well. So, or your purpose, your mission. You, whoever you are that needs to learn about the rainbow. There's a spectrum of light here. There's a bridge. Some of you guys are meant to be the bridge. Whoever you are. Whatever your purpose is, there's meaning in this message. So, I'm done. I'm out. That's what I got. Some of you guys, selenite. You need selenite. If you're going through a spiritual awakening, selenite is powerful. It's pretty much crucial. Let me read selenite real quick before I go. Because I ain't got time to be half-assing nothing. You know? I ain't got time. Y'all got time to watch me. Because you're here. So, now we're going to see something real fast. Gosh. Oh, yeah, this is what I did. Yeah. I wanted to say this too. Oh. I ain't got time. Okay. So, let me see. That's literally my line every day, all day. I ain't got time. I ain't got time for a lot of things, to be quite honest. That's what I'm finding. So, I ain't got time for that. I already know. I don't have time for nothing. So, okay. So, I'm going to read a couple things. First, before I get to that. I just forgot what that was, so God said forget it. Okay. Matthew 22. You shall love the Lord your God with all your heart and with all your soul and with all your mind. This is the great and first commandment. And the second is like it. You shall love your neighbor as yourself. Thank you, God, for that confirmation. John 13:34. I give you a new commandment. Love one another, just as I have loved you. You must also love one another. Romans 13:10. Love does no wrong to a neighbor. Therefore, love is the fulfilling of the law. Okay. Everything that I just said, if we can understand, would dramatically decline, you know, the violence and the crime and the unnecessary, hurting of our people. And like, this is how my mind goes. Like, when I read the Bible, I think of where my people are and how far we are from understanding the book that I feel like was created to help people just like me, you, right, to get through things in life. God says we're all brothers and sisters in Christ, right? Okay. Even with that terminology, it took me a long time. Because there should be no hate amongst people if we're all God's people, right? Some people say, oh, they're not of God. Okay, I understand that. They might not be. I'm not going to sit here and dispute it because I've met some people that I know can't be of God. That's what I'm just saying. So, but I just feel like there's something here where it's like, okay, like I said before, brothers and sisters. I mean, shit, there's always sibling rivalries. You know, siblings be mad at each other one day, then they love each other the next. They go years without talking, and they talk again. Like, this is just what it is. It's the normal thing. I mean, if someone says it's not, I don't know what type of family you come from. But, I mean, you live with someone all your life growing up, you're not going to always be happy with them. Like, it's just weird. But anyways, this is what happens as siblings, brothers and sisters. So it's the same type of thing, like seeing people in that same light. Like, if your sibling was going through something, your first thought wouldn't be, I want to hurt them, I want to harm them, I want to do. But why is that your first thought with a person you don't even know? You see how God be working? You don't even know a person, but you get so mad in your head and you want to attack them, you want to be mad at them, you want to talk shit about them. But that's your brother, that's your sister. Oh no, they're not? Okay, then you're not of God. You see how that works? Oh, okay, I see now. Oh, okay, I see how this is going. It's not the way I thought. No, because you're thinking too small. And I keep telling people to think bigger. Confirmation. Thank you, God. Think bigger. Rise outside that box. Ignorance is not bliss. I don't know whoever said it was. Many times I've been ignorant in life. I'm not saying ignorant the way y'all think. I'm saying ignorant like I didn't know what I needed to know what I needed to know. I was purely innocent. Innocent. Wow. Well, shit. I was innocent. Thank you, God. All right, I know I was. Shit. I'm sorry. I was purely ignorant. But God just said I was innocent of something. So shit. Thank you, God, for revealing through me what I needed people to know. Whatever, whoever is watching. Thank you. Look out of here. Hold on. See how God be coming to? I knew what I was saying. God changed it up. So I don't need it that. I don't know. Somebody out here is dealing with some false principalities. Whatever that means. I know what that means, but whatever that means for you, whatever you're going through in your life. I wanted to go, but I need to get a card from Spirit. Your Spirit team want to talk. I feel like there's an angel around somebody right now. And they have a message for you. So I'm getting a postcard from your Spirit guide right now. How they can help you understand, break down that message that we just got right here. There's one. That one's going to be for the women. Let's switch it up a little bit. Let's get a message for the men from their angels, how they can understand this, because I feel like we need this. Our men need this. Our men need to overcome and learn forgiveness and letting shit go. All right, what do the men need to know? Men need to know that it's okay to be vulnerable. All right, what do the men need to know from their spirit guides at this time of time? Okay. So for the men, dearest you, we here on the other side have one important thing to declare. Love is the answer to literally everything. We don't necessarily mean romantic or erotic love, although they are wonderful, but something about love, something above and beyond that. Just heard to infinity and beyond. So, I don't know, you might have kids, or Toy Story might have been a movie that you watched a lot as a child. Everything alive in the world was first created by love. Spirit sends love to animate. I was gonna say to animals. Wow. Spirit sends love to animate life and birth it into existence. Love is without conditions, and it is based in reverence and a fierce and joyful respect for life. Love thrives when you focus on it, and we want you to turn away from anything that causes it to wane. Love is when you no longer see yourself as other, separate from, better or less than. When you act as love, you give permission to the world to thrive and grow as it will. Can you let go? Okay, for the men out here, can you let go of what is not love and ask, what would love do? Love is waiting for you always and forever. We just adore you over here. That's for the men. And I think that's a very beautiful message. Might be hard for y'all to see at this moment in time. But when they hit you up like, yo, you about to ride? Like, nah, I'ma chill. All right, cool. You passed the test. The old you used to ride out. I don't know who I'm talking to. Somebody ain't riding out no more. Good job. Have a seat. Sit down somewhere and stop moving. Sorry. Whoa. I don't know who you are. Good job. Dearest you, as you think, so will you. This is for the females. Okay. As you think, so will you experience life. Thoughts are that powerful, and they need minding. Let the unruly, chaotic ones settle down so they serve you or get released instead of wreaking havoc. These thoughts arise when connected to the energy of fear and often masquerade as truth. Yet the real truth is that essentially all is already well. Okay? Women, we have a tendency to overthink a situation into existence. We have some women are confusing their intuition with worry, fear, panic, all of it. Your intuition shouldn't scare you. Your intuition should be what soothes you in sometimes a scary situation. So you have to internalize and understand, is this my intuition talking or is this my fear talking? Am I projecting something to come because I am coming from fear, because I don't believe it to be true, because I don't think it will happen, because I feel like I don't deserve it? That's not your intuition. That's your fear. You understand? So that's what I'm getting here. Okay? Of course, you have thoughts that are positive, strong, organized, accepting, creative, open, and so on. Those are the ones we want you to keep thinking. And they have a less frantic quality. They're stimulating in a good way and don't get away from you. How do you keep an inner eye on your thoughts? To my females who are so tapped in, they have so much intuition, third eye this, third eye that, da 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 da. I can see, I can look into balls, I can, do all these things that aren't necessary to be able to actually see anything, but they can do all these things, right? So how do you keep an inner eye on your thoughts? Okay. So much looking out. When are you going to look in? When are you going to use that eye to see that eye is the window to your own soul? Some people out here, I don't know why I just got that. Some people out here are like misusing their gifts, and that shit's crazy. Somebody's third eye is about to be blocked. You ain't about to see nothing. You ain't about to see nothing. Because the way I just worded that is crazy. Because I don't know who is watching me that I'm picking up on that is using their third eye, right? They're saying that they're seeing things and all this other stuff, but they're using their third eye to see something about someone else that God is not permitting them to see. So whether that means someone's using tarot and someone's misusing and abusing divination when it comes to a chosen person, pretty much is what it sounds like. All you card flippers, right? All you potion stirrers and all you weirdos. I'm sorry, I don't know. God is taking some gifts away from you because you're not using your gifts right. So, in this message, it's a lot of women that are acting up. So, I don't know. That's what God said, not me. Meditate and leave judgment out the mix. Everyone has those fearful thoughts. Love them, love yourself, and then choose the thoughts you want the world to reflect back. Everything I said today. Life is not as hard as you think, and you are being loved so much. Loving you so much, okay? I was just going to say, does anybody have any questions? I'm sorry. Sorry, guys. One bad apple ruins the whole bunch. And I ain't got time. I ain't got time to be sitting here scrolling through this thing and deleting people and blocking people and wasting my time. I ain't got time. So we did men and women. Now let's bring it on home. All right, God. For the overall collective as a unit, for the collective consciousness, what is the universe? Because, the universe runs at your command. So, God, what do you want my collective to know from the universe? What does the universe want my collective to know about what they got going on in their life, about what's coming toward them, about what they can expect to experience? Okay. The universe is on your side. Oh, the universe loves you. I'm seeing the world's card. Have you ever looked at your world's card and been like, wow, I'm so loved? Like the way, that's another way you know that you have ascended as well. It's like certain cards in your tarot deck give you a picture of how the divine is wanting you to see yourself, and you actualize it. And then you feel a love, right? You feel loved. Again, tarot, they're just pictures. They're just pictures. They're just cards. You, the vessel, control the energy. So, I mean, what comes off of your cards is your energy. Yes. Okay. So, if you can see yourself as such, it must be known, right, to make it manifest. So, you look at your tarot card, you see the Temperance, right? You are actualizing yourself with an earth angel. Cool. You where you're supposed to be, right? You see the Tower. All right, this is not something outside of you. No, you guys are realizing that you are the Tower. Okay, cool. Now, how you use that power, again, is very important. Okay. Um, Different things like that. Like, you're starting to self-actualize. It is the fool's journey. Tarot is a guide. It is meant to make us tap in deeper to ourselves. It was never meant to project negativity on other people who, that's not what it was for, but that's how it's used. You get it? That's not how it was for. It was a tool for self. And a lot of people don't really understand that mere fact before they start giving these readings to people with these tarot decks. A lot of people should just use oracle cards, God is saying, because people are not helping people to thrive using tarot decks and giving the wrong meanings. And they're only giving the wrong meanings because they haven't gone through the journey yet. Oof. Don't love your neighbor as yourself. Just love them. Just wish that they grow and that they heal and that they evolve and they come out of their stuck ways. That's what God says. That's all you can do. Because you can't make someone get it. You get it? Okay. Dear you, the universe wants you to know. It might be hard to believe you'll ever get to where you want to go. Feel the way you want to feel and find peace and security. But you can. Okay, I'm just not going to say that. There's lots to celebrate in this life, but first you need to let go of this attachment to achieving certain results. This is the universe telling you this. It is easy to get caught in the endless loop of wanting this or that so you can feel safe. The only way out is to surrender the attachment. Empty yourself so you can be filled with something new. The compulsion will be lifted and peace will come. The universe says, trust that something better waits, that something new will open up, and you will see new opportunities for fulfillment. The universe says the truth is, whenever you get into the loop, what you are really looking for is spirit. The universe says that connection is where the power, the peace, and the purpose lies. The universe says everything else follows after that. Give yourself a hug. We've got you. The universe loves you. And I'm out. Have a good one, y'all.